Thursday, we picked up this beauty.
You know, sometimes you get on Facebook Marketplace and these things just pop up about an hour and a half from the house, and you know, hey, why not? You think about it, for the bargain basement price of $200, the guy pretty much stripped everything he wanted off of it. He left the carpet in it, and we took the carpet out and was hoping we were gonna be pretty good, and we are. It's got a little bit of flaky rust. I was just starting to hit that a little bit just to see what kind of metal we got left, and it's really good compared to
This
Plan A over here.
Plan A.
Plan A is
It has more.
I ain't scared of a little bit of work, but
It has. This one here have more.
but you know, it's a little, yeah, it's seen better days. So this is gonna be for later on Plan C cab. We're probably gonna take this cab off and set it to the side somewhere. It'll be fine outside because it's got speed holes already in it for drainage. But yeah, I won't have to buy the $150 worth of pans and the wire welders and the, you know, 2 or 3 weeks that it would take for me to put the pans in. So we're already ahead of the game, and we're in the same shape except for just removing the cab, taking the column out of it, which is the 3 bolts, 4 bolts. So yeah, we're trying to get ahead of the curve here. I think we're doing good.
All right, so that's the plan for now. We're gonna swap it over.
The wiper situation is the same. Or if it's 3, that's probably a 2-speed wiper, and this one looks different. Yeah, I bet that's the 3-speed.
With the delay, probably.
Yeah, we're not using this booster, so I have to set this booster to the side, and I don't know, we wanted to see if it works, because there's all kind of people always looking for these boosters, and I don't like power brakes. I like power braking, you know, but not this way. So I'm trying to see if that thing's any good. Maybe somebody will need it. And, it'd be good for a core anyway. It's come off of a pretty clean truck that the guy, I don't know how long it's been since it was running, but it was a 90 model 4-wheel drive. I think he said it was a 250. Yeah, I think it's a W250 4-wheel drive, because it had the whole hump pull over here. So the cab ain't that rusty. So he used a bed in the front fenders, so they weren't rusty. So maybe it just sat for a little bit. Maybe this thing's still good. We'll keep it to the side in case somebody needs it. But yeah. So we may be just pulling the cab off of that thing today. And go ahead and clean it up the frame. Might as well get the frame cleaned up and
While it's off.
pull the motor out and get it cleaned up and get a little bit of primer or some paint on the top sides of where we're not going to be working on it, as far as like welding stuff to it. Get some rust preventer on there, paint the top sides where we won't have to get back underneath the cab to paint that. That may be the plan, blow it all apart today.
All right, so if he's sanding on that a little bit, see what we got, I might start taking the column out and getting ready to have some stuff done. Take it back apart again. That's how you do a project. You put it together, take it apart, put it together.
Assemble it 9 times to make sure everything fits properly.
All right, let's get started and see what we're gonna do. Now with the cab off, good time to do the cross member for the transmission. You get to it, you see it, and you ain't laying on your back. So, yeah, we're gonna build the cross member for the transmission now.
Well, we're really just robbing.
Yeah, robbing it
We
from
robbed Peter out there to pay Paul.
But just have to make it work for the AX15 to fit, but yeah.
It's the same mount that we made for the NV3500 for that truck. Yeah, that's right. Straight drive, swap the world. Everything needs to be 5-speed.
All right. Well, he hasn't used the grinder all day today, so now it's time to start grinding.
Should be weak.
Yeah. We got the transmission mount made. And
You got a couple steel perches made to get rid of the rubber isolators.
yep, got the solid mount for the cab made. And
Then we have a complete and total mess, and we've had to deal with, you know, all the crap we took off the truck that we ain't gonna use, so we had to put it somewhere else. And the parts truck's gone now to the back. Now I just got everything spread out. Cabs over here, and front end's out there, and there's the door.
yeah, we gotta straighten up a little bit. So
Yes. We can't get nothing in here. All right, well.
let us straighten up some and see what. All right, so what we're gonna do today?
Don't really have any idea. We're gonna wing it. It looks like since it's blown apart that the best thing to do. We were thinking at first just clean the center of the chassis, paint it, drop the cab back on it. Well, I'm thinking more like pop the motor back out, pull the bed sides off, and clean the chassis and just paint the whole thing except for where we got to do some welding here and there. So I think we'll do that. We'll clean up some of this disaster, leave this hanging, get the chassis stripped down. I got some scrubby pads and pressure washer, and yeah, we just get it cleaned up and skirt some paint on it. I think we're gonna go with in stock paint. Put it on the shelf for, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years. Gloss smoke gray. It's not black, so we can do the gray, do the suspension parts black, whatever, and everything but where the bed sides slide in, we'll just paint all of that gray, and then drop the cab on it, and then we'll be able to just build from there. We can scratch off a little bit of paint here if we have to weld something, and yeah, we'll be good. We can just start assembling stuff instead of having to build it, take it apart. We'll just touch up paint as we go if we have to sand it down some. So that will be the plan for my plan for the day, unless you come up with something different.
What's bad that thing that can says prevent rust and the can's rusted?
It'll be all right. Got some, went to Home Depot, got some, was it xylene, I think. So I think it's about some of the best stuff to clean this with, so we can spray it. Go ahead and use it up. Got a couple cans small cans to touch up here and there for later. But yeah, let's get this thing cleaned up and skirt some paint on it.
All right, let's get started.
world swallowing steering wheel, ain't it?
But it worked.
Well, we can clean it until we run out of gas, because I gotta go get some gas. I don't think I have a jug with him. So we'll run it until she runs out.
All right, y'all hold on a minute. Let me adjust my mirror. There you go. All right, let's see you
I
back.
can see you in my mirror. We're gonna do this in eco mode.
Going to the ditch.
Uh-oh, you're gonna lose it.
I got it.
You're sort of heading toward the drag. The pump is drag.
We made it.
Or maybe last.
All right, he's about ready to. We're painting the chassis, so he's
I
getting
was
us.
shorting the hose where it was leaking. Now I can't reach it.
Uh-oh, yeah. We got a vertical challenge here.
Not good. Not good. Gotta slide that leg up too.
Now that situation is took care of.
Now it said white boys can't jump. I had to at least clear the ground by at least 9 inches.
All right, he's fixing to get started. We're gonna leave you. We'll come back whenever the overspray's gone.
All right, she is race truck gray chassis. Well, it's Rust-Oleum gray anyway. But I had that can for about, I don't know, how long since I had the old Ram Charger? I mean, it's sitting around about 4 years. So yeah, we got that. We got a couple little small cans of the same smoke gray color from Home Depot earlier. So got underneath and hit the little spots that you can't get with that big old gun and all that stuff. So she's got a couple, 2, 2.5, 3 heavy coats of Rust-Oleum on her, so she's gray and she won't rust up. Now we just got to clean up all the parts from the suspension we're going to reuse, get out the new stuff, put a coat of black or whatever color on that, like the lowers need to be painted. Got to pull the brake stuff apart, clean the spindles, paint those, rear end, leaf springs, all that's got to be cleaned up, painted, and rebuild whatever needs to be rebuilt. Got a little bit of welding to do on the front corner. Still got a couple adjustments to put in. But I reckon the next thing will be to paint, clean up and paint the bottom of the cab while it's swinging. Might drop it down and tilt it back on some moving blankets. And hit that, clean that little bit of scaly rust off of that. We'll paint that with some shade of paint. Probably not white, but maybe some Rust-Oleum black, and then throw some bed liner on that. And then we can throw the cab on.
And paint the rear end and all that stuff, get all that done. And
yeah, we got to get everything cleaned up so we can get it back to rolling again. So we'll probably, after it dries, this is a long weekend this weekend, so we'll let it dry. It ought to be dry tomorrow. I use xylene in the Rust-Oleum, so it ought to dry pretty quick. We'll move it back in its spot and pressure wash whatever needs pressure washing, and shoot the motor to the side somewhere. We start putting stuff back together eventually, hopefully soon. And yeah, we may get a little bit of body work dust on it and all that, but probably try to paint this and maybe paint the firewall white. We got to make some block off plates for now, here and there. Still got our strips and stuff off of it, but I think we've decided to make park brake work. You know, being straight driving all be nice to have a park brake. So get all of that stuff working, and yeah, just start putting it back together. Make it a race truck. Summer's getting gone quick, so we got to make it happen. Because we're not planning on having hardly any windows, so it'll suck to get it done at wintertime.
no windows and no heat.
Yeah, first we're not going to have heat probably, so. But yeah. All right, let's wash the paint dry.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you for watching, and click the like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.